What is going on, guys? Today we're going to do a fantasy draft rebuild. I haven't decided if I'm going to super sim it or actually draft. I think I'm going to sim it, make it more fun and spontaneous, and then do the rebuild after we see the whole team at the end. Let's go ahead and start the draft. See where we land. I'm going to pause it real quick as soon as we start and then send out this link out. All right, let's go ahead and get this draft started. We have pick 8. Again, I'm not going to make any picks. It's going to be a super sim draft, and then we're going to rebuild at the end. So let's advance to the end of the draft. We should have a pretty decent team, I imagine, with pick 8. Probably got a quarterback. Hopefully no one bad or old. That'd make the rebuild a lot easier if we have a quarterback to start. All right, so here we are. Now in preseason week 1. Our offense is 84. Defense is 79. Let's see what the CPU got us. So our quarterback, we got Jalen Hurts, which is nice. We have Brees Hall at running back, which is nice. Good young rookie running back. We have Amon-Ra St. Brown at wide receiver. Josh Palmer, who's okay. Jacoby Myers, who's been kind of a letdown in real life. Also have Romeo Dobbs, who's a rookie. Brandon Sheriff, superstar lineman. McClinchy? Not sure who that is. Isaiah Likely, who's now a star dev. He's young on the Ravens in real life. Honestly, Jordan Mailata, Tomlinson. Honestly, our offense is pretty good. I think the only thing we really need is another receiver, maybe. Maybe an upgraded tight end, too. But the offense looks pretty good. Now, defense kind of scares me now because our offense is so good. So let's take a look. Yeah, it's not good. Who is this? John Johnson? So John Johnson's good. He's a young guy. He'll start for us. Christian Wilkins is good and young. Matt's old. I don't even know who this is. Jerry Hughes is old. Ronnie Harrison is not good. It's Quincy Williams? Not sure who that is. Demario Davis is old as hell. He's going to get traded. Bobby McCain's old. Jalen Johnson's good. Tavon Young's okay. Sean Murphy-Bunting's decent. But yeah, defense we need help on. I'm going to start John Johnson, obviously. Just not sure where yet. And I'm going to trade Demario Davis, I think. We don't have a punter or kicker, so we got to get that. Oh, we have Calvin Austin also. Yeah, I like our offense a lot. Defense, we need a lot of help, though. So let's go get a punter and kicker first off. Punter. I'm going to go by kick power. Highest kick power gets signed. All right, so we got a punter and kicker now. And then I'm going to try and trade Demario Davis while I can. All right. DK Metcalf, wow. That's going to be the guy. Although J.C. Horn, Jalen Phillips are all good and young. Brian Jones is a good young corner. Greg Newsome. Kyle Pitts. Trevon Diggs. Brandon Ayuk. Deebo Samuel. These are some good offers. Some really good offers for an old player. Kind of shocked, to be honest with you. Wow, the Chiefs are giving us L'Jarius Sneed and a first-round pick. I mean, the Patriots, my bad. Oh, this is tough. This is a lot tougher than I thought it would be. Devontae Smith, T. Higgins, Chase Claypool, a first and a six. C.D. Lamb, Joe Mixon. Oh, this is tough, man. Okay, let's see. What was the first one I saw? That looked pretty good. Kyle Pitts might be the one. I mean, anytime you can get a young tight end with that kind of talent, I think it's hard to turn down. DK Metcalf also would be nice, but I think I'm going to go Kyle Pitts here. Super, super young, really good tight end. Might have been a mistake. I like that, though. Offense gets better. Defense gets a little bit worse, but again, Kyle Pitts is 21 years old. He'll be here for the whole 10-year rebuild. So I think I like that more than anything else. Now, obviously, offense looks really, really good. We don't need to really upgrade anywhere, except wide receiver, obviously. Defensively, we're going to struggle. I want to move. He's going to start regardless, but he needs to start right now. Jalen Johnson's going to be here for the whole rebuild, and so is John Johnson, I believe his name is. But outside of that, everybody else is probably going to be gone within the next 2 years, besides Christian Wilkins as well. So Let's go ahead and sim to week 1, set our lineup, and then hop in the rebuild. All right, so draft class, auto-generated rookies. Looks like we have an outside linebacker, a couple DNs. Quarterbacks, we don't need a quarterback. Obviously, we have Jalen Hurts. So I'm looking at outside backers and defensive ends. Main focus, looks like the Cardinals have Josh Allen. Store weekly strategy. So Brees Hall, yes. Romeo Dobbs. I think I'm going to go Jalen Hurts, develop him. And then Jermaine Johnson's fine. All right, Montero in the slot's fine. I think I want to start Romeo Dobbs. Need to move him one more up. Yep, there we go. Romeo Dobbs and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Offense is good to go. Defensively, we're good to go. Let's go into the midseason point. And then I'm going to go see what my dog destroyed real quick. All right, at the midseason point, we're 2-5. See if we need to resign real quick. All right, Jalen Johnson is a must. 7 years. 10.5. He's back. Matt Ioannidis, no. Justice Hill, no. I think the only one person I want to sign is Calvin Austin. Calvin Austin, our punter and kicker. I don't think people want to resign. We can do that later, though. Student national focus position. We're going to go all defense. It's going to be corner. Good to go there. It's weird that it says corner when there's no corners in the top 10, though. But store upgrades. Check out the season stats. Jalen Hurts, 13-7. Pretty bad year. Rushing wise, Brees Hall, only 4 yards of carry is pretty bad. Receiving wise, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Kyle Pitts, Romeo Dobbs, Jacoby Myers, not having terrible years. Defensively, Pete Warner leads the team in tackles. Not a ton of sacks. Pretty evenly distributed as well. Now, why is Jerry Hughes playing is my question. He shouldn't be. 2 picks, Sean Murphy-Bunting and Jalen Johnson. I'm kind of shocked that our offense is 28th when I feel like our team looks really good on paper. And the Chiefs have a good playbook, so I'm not really sure what the issue is on offense. Now, on defense, Jermaine Johnson needs to be the Russian, I think, is the issue. Yeah, he's not the Russian. That's fine. I want him to develop, so we'll do it like that. I'm going to throw Josh Palmer over Jacoby Myers at slot number 2. And then I want Harris right here. And then Darnay Holmes is number 2. All right, good to go. Let's sim to week 11 now. Our offense is at 87, but we're 28th in the league, so don't quite understand that. We got a breakout quarterback and breakout wide receiver challenge in week 9. Who was this for? Amon-Ra St. Brown to go to X Factor. Not too worried about that. Now, Jalen Hurts going to X Factor is different. This would be huge early on in the rebuild. I don't know if he's going to get it, though. 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, only 1 turnover. I hope so, but it's not likely. Let's go ahead and sim it and see if we do get it with both players. Obviously, going to need a lot of points scored. We lose 20-14, so probably not. Yeah. I don't think we're going to get either one of them. It's kind of disappointing, especially for the quarterback one. Yeah. And now we drop to 2-6. We're taking on the Jaguars, who are 5-4 with Max Crosby as our highlight player at the bottom. We win 31-10. Would have been nice to have that last week. Chargers 7-2, Broncos are 4-5, Raiders are 4-5. We are 3-6 at the bottom. Chargers have Micah Parsons. Looks like they're the opposite of us. A little more balanced team because of their defense. But let's do our focus players. Kind of like this wide receiver out of Penn State. And I'm going to go corner for the other 2. Now, I said corners are strength of the class, but look at these corners look bad, do they not? B man, D zone. Like I don't want to do that. Safeties look bad too. This whole draft class kind of looks bad, to be honest with you. Let's go this quarterback. Let's go this tackle. Just in case, maybe I can trade Jalen Hurts if that quarterback's really good. So it looks like we're gonna have an early pick too. So that's not a dumb move. If that quarterback is guaranteed superstar, could be smart, right? Trade Jalen Hurts for a lot too as well. So let's go ahead and advance it into the season. All right, we missed the playoffs. We go 5-12, losing to the Raiders in Week 18. I'll upgrade these players, and we gotta look at these stats, see what the issue is. So stat wise, Jalen Hurts was not terrible. He was terrible. 21 turnovers is really, really bad. Brees Hall had a decent rookie of the year, only 4.1 per carry. That was not the greatest, but 11 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. Amara St. Paul and Kyle Pitts went off. Romeo Dobbs wasn't bad either. Jacoby Myers as a fourth option. And P. Warner had a hell of a year with tackles, 137. 7 sacks for Jerry Hughes. 6.5 for Matt Ioannidis. 5.5 for Jermaine Johnson. 7 picks for Jalen Johnson. Michael the superstar. Sean Murphy Bunting with 3. A couple people with 2. I don't know where was our defense at? 32nd. So, yeah. That's what I expected for our defense, but I thought our offense would be a little bit better than that. Let's sim to the Super Bowl, see if we have any upgrades, re-sign our players, and then hop into the offseason. Upgrade our players. Jags, Rams, Super Bowl in year 1. Jalen Johnson does go to superstar. What I expected to see was 7 picks. Let's go ahead and give him inside shade and outside shade. Any more dev changes on the team? Doesn't look like it at first glance. Defensively, no upgrades at all either. Let's go ahead and jump to re-sign players. Re-sign Calvin Austin, and then hop into free agency of year 1. Rams beat the Jags in Super Bowl in year 1. I'd upgrade these scout team players. All right, re-sign players. Again, we have a ton of cap, obviously, because it's fantasy draft. Calvin Austin, I kind of do want back. Just as like a backup option if he wants to sign this. All right, he's back as a backup wide receiver. Anybody else on here that looks good? I said the kicker and punter, right? So let's do the punter. 7 years. Our punter declined our offer for a lot of money. All right. So he can walk. That's fine. I can draft somebody in the 7th round. I'm not worried about it. Let's go ahead and head to free agency. The good news is everybody on the offense is pretty young, so we should have them for at least 5-6 years, I imagine. Wow, Creed Humphrey, I want. And he wants to play for us. 7-year deal. Easy. That's an easy offer. J.C. Jackson. Chase Young's in superstar. Wow, how is he in free agency? What are people doing? I'll pay him a bag, though. Fine by me, CPU. All right, Chase Young. Legarius Sneed is here. I'm going to give all these guys offers. We're going to get better as a team in year 1. If that's what it takes. Asante Samuel's a superstar here. All these guys are going to offer for me. Whether they decide or not is up to them, but I'm going to offer them. I got one more person I can offer. Superstar punters here. Kayvon Thibodeau superstars here. That's going to be the offer. 18 mil for 7 years. All right. That's a lot of people in free agency. I didn't expect that year one. Let's go ahead and evaluate these. We didn't get anybody. Wow, we didn't get anybody. Wow, that's crazy. We didn't get anybody. I've never had that happen to me before, where you don't get any players you went after. All right, we'll get a superstar punter and kicker, I guess. Wow, that's kind of shocking, to be honest with you. I've never had that happen, and now nobody's left. So we just went after a bunch of people that didn't want to play for us, and now we're kind of in a bad spot. Need them? There's nobody. Yeah, we're in a bad spot now. Made all those offers to people. I should have probably done my staff points first to convince them more in contracts, but I didn't think we wouldn't get anybody. That's really shocking to me. All right, let's do these staff points. Let's check out the scouting class as well. All right, good to go with contracts now. Should have done it beforehand, but all good. Kind of makes it a little harder to rebuild, which is fun, I guess you could say. Let's go ahead and send the draft. Should have an early draft pick. All right, so let's look at the players that we did focus on. This right tackle's round 2 to 3 talent, so he's bad. What happened to the quarterback? Did he just get really worse? Maybe. I thought we focused on a quarterback too, and a corner. I thought too. Where are all of our focus players at? I think I'm gonna trade back either way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna trade back. Maybe try and trade for a player also. Which let me see what draft pick we have first off. We have pick number 3. I'm gonna try and trade for a player. I don't want to accumulate a bunch of first round draft picks like I've done in the past. Let's just trade for a player straight up. Let's go get us another wide receiver. We also need a center. We don't have a center. Let's try and get a wide receiver and center. Let's try it. Oh, it's done. So round 1, pick 3 gets us Devontae Smith and our new center, Josh Myers, who's 25 years old. Happy with that. Team obviously gets better. Now, I also want to trade our second round pick. This draft class looks really weak. So again, our wide receivers look good now. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devontae Smith. And I'm not sure what our third guy's going to be. Breece Hall's here. Have our center now. Our O-line looks really good. Obviously, we have Kyle Pitts. The offense looks good. Defensively is suspect. And for a second round pick, first off, let's put Bobby McCain on the trade block. What can we get for him? He's 30 years old, so probably not a lot. But I'll take whatever I can get. Trey Sermon would be a good backup running back to have. You know what? Kobe Bryant's a young corner. I'm going to take Kobe Bryant. Jake Jackson's actually a good young left end. So is Nick Sky's a young safety. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this one. Drake Jackson and Nick Scott. So let's do that. We have them now. Ronnie Harrison can also go. He just started up, so we should get a little bit more. Kenyon Drake's here. Alontae Taylor and John Mechie. I think that's pretty obvious, right? Alontae Taylor. Now our first year guy, 95 speed corner. He'll start right away for us. I like those trades. So Alonzo Taylor's going to play in the slot now. I still want. I think I'm going to try and get a linebacker to replace. Pretty sure this is Quincy Williams, or whoever this is. We're going to trade for one with our second round pick. Let's do a third and a fifth, maybe. All right. Get Jalen Phillips. I still have, I think, a third, right? Or 1/4. I want to trade for a middle linebacker. Just somebody who's young. Doesn't need to be entirely good. So that's more likely. And then we'll give them a 6th round too. This should go through. All right. Get Nick Bolton too. So we improved our defense a ton right there. Obviously, we hurt new draft picks, but honestly, I'm worried about improving our team right now because we missed out on free agency. So I'm not worried about the draft picks. Just hopefully the draft class is bad again. Romeo Dobbs is going to be our third guy now. Brees Hall still here. Kyle Pitts. Yeah, offense is still good. Out. Defensively, obviously we get better with Alontae Taylor. We picked up Nick Bolton and Jalen Phillips to help our linebacking core out. So, look pretty decent. Obviously, we need help at safety. I'm going to start Harris at strong safety. I'm not actually, he's 31 years old. I didn't know that. I shouldn't have started him last year. Didn't know he was 31. Can I trade him? Does anybody want him? Start at 31-year-old safety. I'll take whatever I can get. Might take Boye Mafe, honestly. He's young. He'll play opposite, actually. Let's take Boye Mafe. He'll play opposite of Jalen Phillips. I like that. He'll start over Pete Warner, honestly. And now I'm going to trade Pete Warner away. A lot of trades in year one. But again, it's fantasy, so. Isaiah Rodgers. Devin Duvernay. It's not a ton here. Not a ton here. I might take Naheem Hines as a good backup running back. You know what? Caden Stearns actually is a good young safety. Let's take Caden Stearns. He'll start right away for us. And that's going to be it for trades. We're going to send the draft. We have no draft picks now. Caden Stearns is going to start right away. And then I think... Now, how old is Nick Scott is my question. He's 28. He's not going to start. All right, it's going to be Caden Stearns up top, and then Mofawu. Let's go ahead and simulate the draft. All right, we have some upgrades, probably for the players we just traded for. It is Devontae Smith. Auto upgrade him. See if we missed anything in the draft recap. I don't believe we did, but I could be wrong. We got a good backup running back, at least 70 overall rookie. I'm fine with that. Now, as far as the draft class as a whole, I thought it was weak at first glance. Turns out it was pretty weak. Yeah, not impressed with any of these guys. I'm happy we didn't do anything crazy to try and take in these guys. Not a very good class. We're going to go into hop into year 2 as we get down to like years 6 and 7. Could be good for us. Again, let's do our weekly strategy and focus players. I still want Jalen Hurts on here. Needs to get better. I want our third wide receiver option on here. Romeo Dobbs. I think I want Caden Stearns to develop pretty nicely at safety, so let's throw him on here. Don't want to do free package. All right, let's jump to week 1 now. Season goal is going to be to make the playoffs this year. And we have almost a 90 overall offense. Would be kind of embarrassing not to, but you never know, I guess. Make sure our lineup is good to go. Offense should be set. Shouldn't be any changes here. Except I want to make sure Dobbs is in the slot. Actually, we'll do it like that. That's fine. Donnie Holmes will Toby Young. This is good. Nick Bolton. Happy with that. Defensively, Kane Stearns. Mukwamu up there is fine. Nick Bolton, Jalen Phillips. I want Boye Mafe at the left outside linebacker starting, actually. All right, start Boye Mafe. Other than that, team looks pretty good. Oh, wait, slot corner. All right, I need to go to the actual depth chart to do that. It needs to be Alontae Taylor so we can develop. Now someone else our sub linebacker too. So this needs to be Alontae Taylor. Taylor can be third. That's fine. Sub linebacker, Nick Bolton. Boye Mafe. Jalen Phillips. All right, let's go ahead and jump to the mid-season point. We're 4-2 at the mid-season point, which is a lot better than last season. Taking on the Raiders in Week 8. Let's do our national focus position. And we're aiming defense, so we're going to go corner right here. Happy with that. Who do we need to re-sign this season? Marwan St. Brown is a must. 7 years is automatic. We'll pay him. He wants more money than that. Again, that's just a start. Mike Mudinski on a 4-year deal I would do. He wants more money as well. Murphy Bunting, 4-year deal. Not giving him more than that. He's back. Josh Palmer, no. Caden Stearns, yes. 7-year deal. Easy. He's back. All right, let's go 1 week forward and sign Amon-Ra St. Brown and Mike Mudinski. Still upgrades as well. We'll check out stats at week 11 when we do our recruiting class in depth. We did beat the Raiders. We're now 5-2. All right, Amon-Ra. I'm not gonna play with you next time I offer. We're just gonna offer you whatever you want. Mike McGlinchey's back though, so just need Amon-Ra St. Brown next week after we take on the Bills. We beat the Bills. We're now 6-2, taking on the 5-3 Chargers. Need to get Amon-Ra St. Brown back. Up at $1 million. All right, he's back finally. Now, Drake Jackson, I do want back. He's only 22 years old. Not giving you more than that. You're not worth it. Everybody else can go, actually. I'm happy with where we're at right now with the team. Let's go ahead and go 1 more week forward so I can do this recruiting class in depth. Check out the season stats. Our offense is now at 91 overall. We beat the Chargers as well. That's a lot of stuff to look at. All right, start at the top here. Probably talking about Tyreek Hill, I imagine. Oh, Von Miller. Okay. That's fun. Top offense in the league. Trying to go for a sacks goal. Okay, trench boost. Hopefully not give up any sacks of our own. We have a good O-line, so Confident about this one. Let's do our focus players. I would love some good DBs. Doesn't look promising, to be honest with you. It's like another bad DB class. What about D tackles? Average. Looks like another class where we don't need much. Just running back for fun. This left end looks terrible, actually. We'll do those guys. Not impressed with the draft class again. So, might trade away our picks again for players if we can. Let's do these upgrades. And where do we stand stat-wise? Jalen Hurts having a lot better year. 2,600 yards, 24 touchdowns, 23 picks. Brees Hall is kind of having a down year, only 3.8 yards per carry. Receiving wise, Kyle Pitts has been a beast. Devontae Smith and Amon Ross St. Brown, top 3 receivers on our team. Defensively, Nick Bolton leading the team in tackles. Jermaine Johnson, 6 sacks. Jalen Phillips, 4. Christian Wilkins, 3.5 interceptions. Jalen Johnson, 3. Nick Bolton, 2. And Sean Murphy Bunting, 2. I would love to see Nick Bolton get superstar in the offseason and make our team that much better. But let's jump to the end of the season. We should make the playoffs here. So we actually went downhill. We went to 11-6, but we're taking on the Steelers who were 8-9. I'm not going to click on that or that. So we were 7-2, so we went 4-4 in our last few games. Not terrible. Could have been better, though. We didn't even win our division. The Chargers won it. So a bit of a collapse there. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Steelers in the wild card. We lost 21-7 with the 87 overall team. Makes sense. Send the Super Bowl. Couldn't even score more than 7 points with the 9-win over on offense. Simulation, you gotta love it. All right, check out the yearly awards. Taysom Hill wins MVP. All right, Jalen Hurts is 6. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Chris Godwin. We are number 8 with Jalen Hurts. Defensive Player of the Year, Micah Parsons. We are nowhere to be found. Offensive Rookie, we don't have any, neither for defense. Best quarterback was Jalen Hurts. He should go to X Factor, hopefully, then. Best running back, Brees Hall was 8. Best wide receiver, Devontae Smith was 6. Best O-line, Brandon Sheriff was 4. Best D-line, Christian Wilkins was 10. Best linebacker, I thought we were going to see Nick Bolton up here. Guess not. That's pretty disappointing. Best DB, Jalen Johnson is 3. Yeah, pretty disappointing year overall, especially with the awards. It is the Texans 49ers Super Bowl. Let's see if we have any depth changes. Again, I don't do trait regression, so I'm going to give them their traits back if they lose it. Jalen Hurts stayed superstar. Everybody stayed the same on offense. Defensively, looks like everybody stayed the same as well. Nope, Boy Mafia went up to star dev, which is nice. But everybody else is the same. Team's coming along nicely, though, I feel like. Just a few more pieces to add and we'll be good. Let's start working on player development. All right, are we going to resign? I think there's one guy in here who I want to bring back. Eight players on here. We have over 100 million cap. Only 24 years old. All right, he's back. That's it. Save the rest of our money. Let's go and advance to free agency week 1. And who is going to be available for us to try and steal? Chris Godwin, 28, not interested. AJ Terrell, yes, please come play for me. 7-year deal. I have money now, so I'm going to offer you a bag. We're in agreement with him. James Williams as a third option would be nice. Him as a third option would be nice. Nobody else really. Ooh, who's this? Jadavion Clowney's an X Factor. 31 though. 30-year-old Young Wei Kwu. No young superstars that I'm missing down here, down the board. No. Greedy Williams though. All right, let's go ahead and evaluate these. All right, we got AJ Terrell. That's all I'm really interested in. Don't care about James Williams like that. AJ Terrell's the guy I wanted. We get him. Defense gets better. Now, I don't think I have any draft picks. Let me double check though. I might still have my first round pick. I don't. I have 2 seconds though. So, what can I get for my 2 seconds? Let's see. What do we need first off? Need a third receiver. We need a D tackle and safety. All right, so see if I can get a D tackle real quick. All right, there we go. Get Derek Brown a D tackle. I want a safety too, so all right, we'll do that. Now I want to see what the Bucks linebackers overall is because there's no way he's that good. Yeah, he's not even a superstar. All right, we'll keep Javon Holland for our first round pick, and then our defense is now a 90 overall with Javon Holland. I have a third round pick I can give away. What else do we need? Still need a backer. Let's go ahead and get that. Why not? Let's go all in. That's probably kind of old now. Somebody who's 24 like Aziz would be nice. Or a superstar dev too. Give you a third, and Boyamafe. Close. It's got to be a different player. John Mechie, who's only 24 years old. All right, there we go. Get Aziz Ojulari to start now for our left outside linebacker. Team looks good. Let's go ahead and send him to the draft and through the draft. For Caden Stearns. Not going to happen. We don't have another safety yet. Let's go to draft recap. See if we missed out on anything. Obviously, our team's going to be trash. We don't have any draft picks. Whoa. Do y'all see this running back? Xavier Kendricks, 87 overall. I've never seen a player this high. Superstar X Factor, bro. I've never seen a player that good before in the draft. 87 overall for a running back. We kind of missed out on that one, but we got Brees Hall. Just kind of crazy to see a running back that high. Let's go into the regular season. All right, season goal this year is going to be Super Bowl. Team's good enough for a 90 overall just in year 3. And when I send to the mid-season point, I need to use the bathroom real quick. Auto upgrade these guys. Make sure the lineup is good to go. Offensively, we're good. Defensively, we look really good. Just need another D tackle. Caden Stearns need to start at strong safety, actually. Yeah, we're good now. All right, good to go. Send to the mid-season point. Let me use the bathroom real quick as well. What's going on, Rapid Creator? Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me check out these stats real quick. But for me, personally, I run a lot of match coverage, right? So when I have the streak flat corner concept, I run a lot of cover 4 quarters. And what I'll do is I'll outside third the receiver. Let's say they're in bunch, right? It's a popular play, drive corner with a streaked outside guy, motion him out, and then hit a corner route. I'll throw my outside corner on an outside third, and then on my safety will match number 2 on the corner route, and then I'll hard flat the backer on the bunch side. So that'll take away the flat. The safety matches the corner route, and then the corner will carry the vertical deep. And that's how I stop the street corner concepts people run. Either that, or you can do zone drops out of cover 2 and put a 30-yard flat there. I'll do that as well sometimes, but I prefer match coverage with no zone drops. And I run a lot of cover 4 quarters, and I'll deep third my corner on that side. My safety matches on to number 2 on the corner route, and then I'll hard flat the backer or slot corner to that side to take away the flat. And then I'll use it in the middle myself. Appreciate the sub too also. All right, so we're going to re-sign Devontae Smith, obviously. He wants to be here, so we'll offer him this. He's back. Jordan Mailata on a 5-year deal would be nice. I'll pay him that. He only wants 4 years. Nick Bolton on a 7-year deal is going to be ideal for us. Wants to be here a little bit. All right, he's back. So, palms is different than quarters, traditionally speaking. But if you're running match coverage, they should play the same. I think people only like palms. Like, I'll run palms out of big nickel over G. But if it's not big nickel over G, I stick with cover 4 quarters. You just got to make sure that the zones on your play call are light pink, because it makes a difference. So if the zones are dark purple on your cover 4 quarters, it won't play the same as it will for a light pink. So make sure that they're light pink when you choose to play cover 4, and it'll play perfectly. But just make sure you deep third that corner on that bunch or trip side, or U-trip side, however people run it, right? Or tight side, whatever side you want to do it to. Deep third those guys, and you'll be good to go. Against most players. Now, experienced players know how to exploit it other ways, but for your average Madden player, they're not going to know how to exploit that. So just deep third that corner, keep that safety on the inside quarter, and you'll be good to go. No, he doesn't want to come back. We're actually running out of money too, which is a little concerning. I need Jordan Mailata back for sure. Josh Myers can walk if he needs to. Get somebody in the draft for him. Let's upgrade our players. We're now 6-1, which is what I expected in year 3. Let's check out the stats real quick. Jalen Hurts having a really good year. 20 touchdowns, only 1 pick. Brees Hall, 4.6 yards per carry is pretty good. Receiving wise, Devontae Smith, Kyle Pitts, and Amon Ross St. Brown, top 3 receivers. Defensively, not a ton of sacks, actually. Not a ton of sacks, but a lot of versatility amongst the D linemen. Interceptions, 2 for Jalen Johnson, 2 for Nick Bolton, 1 for a couple others. So let's go ahead and advance 1 week, and I'm going to re-sign Jordan Mailata on a 4-year deal. Should beat the Panthers. We don't. We get crushed by the Panthers. Now we're taking on Raiders for the first place in the division. The Panthers are tough in simulation for whatever reason. All right, let's go 4 years. Now he's back. We're out of money pretty much. But I do want Josh Myers back. All right, he's back. So we have no money for free agency, but the team stays together for a longer time now. Let's go ahead and jump to week 11, do our focus players. Beat the Raiders, stay in front of the division. We lose to the Chargers by 3. They're now second in the division. We have a breakout wide receiver challenge against the Bucks. Devontae Smith for X Factor. Not too worried about that. All right, now focus players, what we need to focus on right here. These quarterbacks look terrible. I'm not going to lie to you. Look terrible. I might look at a right tackle to replace Jordan Mailata in the future. Again, it's a bad draft class. Hey, finesse moves is nice. We'll do those 3 guys. But again, not impressive draft class. I did miss out on the running back last time, but I don't really draft running backs simulation. Get straight for one pretty easily, so not too worried about that. Let's do our upgrades real quick. Then we'll jump to the end of the season. We should make the playoffs unless we collapse like we did last year. All right, so we did have another collapse actually, but we ended up 10-7. Won the division, taking on the Chargers in the first round. We also have a weekly award for last week against the Dolphins. And it is A.J. Terrell with 2 picks and 6 tackles. Let me do this weekly strategy, upgrades. Let's do these stat points, check out the end of year stats, and then we'll hop in the game. Looking for a Super Bowl this year. Our team's good enough, so should be no excuses. All right, staff points now. Now the Chargers are pretty good too, 87 overall. And year 3 is really good. And we need to unlock all these. I'm going to double up on these actually. Unlock all 3 of these for focus players. And then let's go here. How about some of our young O linemen and our tight ends? Any boost for playoffs is nice, so let's just keep doing all these to get the boost we can. Last one will be catching. All right, that's good for playoffs right now. Let's go ahead and check out the end of season stats, see where we ended up. Trevor Lawrence led the league in passing. Jalen Hurts was 27th, but did have 34 touchdowns, only 8 picks, which is nice. Brees Hall had a hell of a year, 1,500 yards and 5.3 yards per carry, 16 touchdowns. Devontae Smith was good. Kyle Pitts was good. Ross St. Brown was good as well. Defensively, Derek Brown, 11 sacks as a D tackle was a lot. 8.5 for Christian Wilkins, 7.5 for Azeez Ojulari. Interceptions, 5 for Nick Bolton, 5 for A.J. Terrell, 4 for Israel Mukamu, and 3 for Sean Murphy Bunting. I would love to see us beat the Chargers right here and advance to the divisional, but I'm not sure it's going to happen this year. Need a few more holes to fill on defense. We killed the Chargers actually, 49-17, taking on the Colts now, who are 11-6. If we win here, I'll hop in the game for the conference championship. All right, run these upgrades real quick. And can we beat the Colts to go to the conference championship in year 3? We killed the Colts 35-13. Taking on the 12-5 Titans now. The team obviously is playing pretty well. They have a rookie quarterback. It's a chance for us to go to Super Bowl in year 3 and win one. I'd love to go back-to-back too if we can get it right here. All right, let's upgrade these guys. And here we go, taking on the Titans in year 3. A chance to go to the Super Bowl. So they have Jerry Clement, who's a rookie at quarterback. Geno Smith as backup. Najee Harris at running back. Justin Jefferson, Drake London, Wandale Robinson, top 3 receivers. MVS number 4 at 95 speed. Jonnu Smith at tight end. O-line looks pretty solid overall, honestly. D-line, not the greatest besides DJ Reader. Odafe always here. Patrick Queen. Khalil Mack still in the league. Chidobe Awuzie, Jason Green, and Patrick Peterson. Yeah, just not a very good team overall, honestly. I think we're a lot better. But again, it's simulation, so we'll see what happens. Gonna do a few plays and then sim each quarter. Those are weird stats. I think Geno Smith is hurt. That would make sense. So starting the rookie because Geno Smith is hurt. Interesting. Should be an advantage for us. Run outside to start to Najee Harris. Good tackle by Nick Bolton, only a gain of 2. Another run to Najee Harris up the middle. Another gain of 2. Gonna bring up 3rd and 3. Quarterback on the run, throws it out of bounds. Gonna bring up 4th down. I'm gonna send it into the quarter. I feel like this should be an easy win. Maybe not. Yep, maybe not. We're down 14-0 after 1. Down 21-0. What is our offense doing? What are we doing? Oh my goodness. Can we not score points? Yeah, we lost. Yep, that's game. We lose to the Titans. I don't know what our offense is doing. Obviously couldn't get in the end zone. Jalen Hurts didn't throw a pick. Najee Harris killed us on the ground. Yeah, they literally just ran the ball down our throat pretty much is what it looks like. So that's where it helps having those D tackles and superstar defensive ends, which we don't have with this team. That's why I said I think we need one more year. So we're going to make those trades in the offseason. Jermaine Johnson isn't bad. It's not good enough. 10,000 XP bar at only 25 years old, star dev. It's not going to get any better. So we got to look to improve there. Let's go and go to the Super Bowl. Wow, the Titans made the Super Bowl. Brees Hall goes to superstar. Jalen Hurts needs his superstar back. So does Amon-Ra St. Brown. And on defense, Javon Holland needs his. Caden Stearns goes up to star. Nick Bolton gets superstar. Derek Brown goes up to superstar. So does Christian Wilkins. Jalen Johnson needs his back. Oh, our team's about to be nasty next season. We're going to be nasty. We're going to be nasty next year. Like I said, we needed one more year. But the team's going to be really good next season. Javon Holland is the last person. We got to re-sign Javon Holland next season too. Just saw that with his contract. That's going to be a hefty fine to pay. And we're almost out of money. So I'm going to take it easy on free agency this year. Let's go ahead and hop in the offseason. Upgrade our scout team, guys. The 49ers beat the Titans in the Super Bowl 30-24. All right. Who needs to re-sign? I don't think anybody, right? We should be good on this. Yeah, we're good on re-signing people. We do actually have more money than I thought. So I think I'm going to look to sign a defensive tackle if I can. Maybe an end. It's a lot to pay, though, so it just kind of depends on who's there. Sean Slater's here. Brandon Ayuk would be a good third option at receiver. But I'm not going to overpay. Drake London's here, by the way. Only 24 years old. Jaquan Brisker. Not a very strong free agency class. Gotta be honest. Not very strong. How much does Ayuk want? Not paying you that much. It's too much money for me. Drake London, how much do you want? This is a doable offer. Doable offer right here. I can do that. That's the only person I'm going after right now. We overpaid him by a lot, but we got him. Drake London's going to be our third receiver. Should help us a lot with Jalen Hurts' development. And then we're going to go to the draft right now. Go ahead and start the NFL draft. Do we have any draft picks, actually? Not sure if we do. We don't have any. We have a 4th-round pick. So I'm going to simulate the draft again. We don't need much. We just need a D-tackle. I couldn't get it in free agency, obviously. I might do a trade in preseason, maybe. We'll see. If there's a young D-tackle there who's a maybe like 80 overall, superstar dev or star dev, might take him. I don't want to lose my first-round draft pick, though, this next season. I kind of want to draft now. Doing a lot of trades. This is rebuild. But I do love the draft, so we're going to draft this time. We have some trade offers for Romeo Doubs. I will trade him because we got Drake London now. We'll take him, sure. I don't need Romeo Doubs anymore, so we'll trade him away to the Patriots. For Caden Stearns, I'm not going to trade him, I don't think. It's got to be a hell of a deal. Who is Burrow? What's his dev on the Browns? I feel like he's a draft pick, maybe young. Let's see. Let's go to the Browns. I think it was a strong safety, right? Free safety. Burrow. Star dev, 23 years old. That's interesting. But it's interesting, but Caden Stearns is still 25 years old. He's 23 and only 3 devs lower, though. I'm going to stick with Caden Stearns, I think. All right, let's go ahead and head to week 1 of the regular season. I just like Caden Stearns right now. I don't think we need to make any other moves. Team looks pretty insane, so not going to trade him. Start weekly strategy and upgrades. All right, so we have a hidden D tackle who I'm going to start, obviously, now that I know he's hidden. And actually, I'm going to unlock him right now with the staff points. He's going to be a star dev probably, but I want to take the chance to see if he could be superstar potential. If not, then I will make the trade for a D tackle. We need somebody who's a run stopper archetype. So Luke Willis, we just unlocked him. We'll see what his dev is before I make this trade. He's a superstar. Wow. That's huge. That's huge. This saves us a lot of time trading for a superstar tackle. We now have two of them. I mean, you couldn't ask for more in a draft, especially one that I simmed. So, yeah, very happy with that. Saves us a lot of time trying to find a piece, and also a lot of draft picks we can save now. I want to set these abilities up real quick. I feel like they're important in simulation. Kyle Pitts can get route tech, so let's do that. Route tech and deep out elite on Kyle Pitts. Devontae Smith. Let's go short in and short out. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah, these abilities just suck. Short in, short out. Gotta make sure they're good for the regular season. AJ Terrell. Let's go acrobat and pick artist. He's good. Derek Brown, we'd love to get inside stuff on him if he gets it already. Yeah, what are these abilities? Inside stuff. So double or nothing. Nick Bolton. He's a pass coverage linebacker, right? One away from Lurker. Let's go. Pick artist. Medium route KO is cool. Jalen Lynch doesn't matter. Brees Hall. Tank is good. Does he get jukebox? He does not. So, oh, he does get jukebox. There we go. Jukebox and tank on Brees Hall. I think that's it. No, Jordan. Javon Holland, I want acrobat and pick artist on him. This has got to be a Super Bowl year, I feel like. We got close last season. Christian Wilkins is two away from double or nothing. So let's go inside stuff with him. And then let's go defensive rally maybe. I think that's it, right? We have a lot of superstars on this team. A lot of superstars. Team's a 94 overall, I'm pretty sure. So, 93 overall. So let's go to week 1. Set our lineup and hop in the season. All right, season goal is going to be a Super Bowl in year 4 now. And then we need to set our lineup. On offense, we're good. Obviously, we got Drake London in the offseason. He's going to be a beast for us. Brees Hall, Jalen Hurts, Isaiah Likely at fullback. Kyle Pitts, tight end. O-line looks really good. Defensively, Javon Holland. I need Caden Stearns starting up here. Aziz regressed to star. We need to give him a superstar back. Didn't see that happen. I don't do trade regression, so he's going to go back to superstar. All right, so everybody else looks good. Obviously, our rookie D tackle is going to start at DT2. Jermaine Johnson's still here. Would love to replace him in the offseason. But other than that, the defense looks really good. Sean Murphy-Bunting regressed to normal dev, but he doesn't really play that much either way. I think I might start Kahoo. How old is he? 26. I think he's younger than Sean Murphy-Bunting. We'll probably start him in the slot. Fine with that. I would love Aziz to be the rush in right here. Nick Bolton, Kalen Sturbs, Quincy Williams is fine. Brees Hall, Devontae Smith, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Drake London is cool. Let's do Drake London in the slot so we can develop a little more. Maybe go to superstar dev. Let's go ahead and jump to the midseason point and see where we end up. And we are 6-1. Very happy with that. We have traders at the bottom for Boye Mafe, who I will trade away. He does not play on my team. Naheem Hines. I think this is Zamir White, right? I don't know who T. Warner is. Got to be a rookie guy. Let's do Zamir White for backup running back. Who do we need to re-sign? A lot of stuff to go through. All right, so let's do this. Let's do our upgrades. Obviously going to auto-upgrade everybody here. That's done. Let's go to National Focus Position. And we're going to focus on left end because I want to replace Jermaine Johnson. DN is fine. All right, another thing off the list. Now, Aziz gets the ability slot. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. No outsiders, and reach elite's cool. All right, now contracts. Don't have a lot of money. Javon Holland's going to win a lot. So is Christian Wilkins. Brandon Scherf's going to have to be the guy who goes away, unfortunately. Oh, it's going to be tough. All right, so Javon Holland's the main focus. I want him to stay for 7 years. Got up the money a little bit. All right, he's back. This is my main guy. Brandon Scherf's going to have to go. I can't do it. That's too much money. Three years. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. He's going to have to go. We got to start saving money. Oh, that's tough. Isaiah Likely I do want back. Mostly because he's super cheap. And he wants to be here. Doesn't want to be here for that long, though. The rest of these guys, I'm going to let walk. We got to start looking at our cap and saving money. Is Alontae Taylor cheap? Oh my gosh, is he cheap? Has a good backups corner. All right, he's back. Let's go 1 week forward. I want to re-sign Isaiah Likely to a 1 year deal less than what I offered him last time. And then we'll go to week 11, do our focus players, and then send to the playoffs. All right, let's go 5 years. All right, he's back for long term of the rebuild. 2 more weeks forward to week 11. Taking on the Texans, or I think won the Super Bowl last year with Pat Mahomes at quarterback. No surprise. We actually do beat them. We have a breakout running back for Breece Hall now to go to X Factor, which would be really nice. Needs 200 yards at 40 TDs. Probably not going to happen in simulation. All right, so our focus players. A couple quarterbacks here. Speed rusher, defensive. We got to replace Christian Wilkins. So let's go left in, and this left end as well. We got to replace him, so let's do all the left ends. Find out more about them. Get a replacement for him on the D-line. Let's upgrade these players. And then let's check out the midseason stats. Jalen Hurts, 15 touchdowns, 3 picks. I'm fine with that. Breece Hall, 4.5 per carry and 9 touchdowns is good. Receiving wise, Devontae Smith, Kyle Pitts, and Drake London lead the way. Defensively, Derek Brown with 7 sacks. See, Christian Wilkins only 3 sacks, and he wants all that money. Not going to happen. You're not producing. We need more turnovers in the secondary as well, but again, we're winning games, so I'm not going to do too many changes. Only 1 loss on the season so far. Let's go ahead and go to the playoffs. All right, 13-4, and we have a first-round bye, too. Love to see that. I don't get the 1 seed often in these rebuilds, so it's nice to get that for once. I'll upgrade those guys. Let's look at stats for the end of the season. Jalen Hurts, only 26 passing touchdowns, is pretty terrible with 10 picks. But Breece Hall was good on the ground, which would explain that. Also, Rachaad White with 5 touchdowns as well. Receiving wise, Took a step back for Drake London and Kyle Pitts, honestly. Devontae Smith was a beast, though, with 1,300 yards and 12 touchdowns. Defensively, Derek Brown with 10 sacks. Everybody else did okay, I guess. It's crazy. We're winning games, but the stats don't really look that good to be honest with you. Offensive yards, we were eighth. Defensively, we were second. So we I guess we're doing pretty good. Nah, that's too much pressure in real life. But Madden's fun, but real life, I couldn't do it. Um, let's go ahead and jump to the divisional. But this team is insane. One of my best teams I've ever had. We're taking on the Steelers, 87 overall. So I'll upgrade these guys. And we took games away from the Super Bowl. So please beat the Steelers. Don't get upset. We did 35-30. We're taking on the Texans now, who we beat earlier in the season. Let's do our strategy. Again, they have Patrick Mahomes, who is like the best player ever in Madden simulation. All right. So this is to go to the Super Bowl. Again, we were here last year and we lost to, I believe, the Titans last time. But our team's a lot better. Let's go ahead and do these staff points real quick. In year, I think this is year 5 of the rebuild, I believe. All right, let's go ahead and sim the first quarter, actually. Tie game so far. Let's hop to halftime. I might hop in the third quarter for a little bit. Texans score again. Oh, you figuring it out? I tell you, man, spread's nice for the run game. We get the ball at halftime, too. Let's go, man. We're up 7. Get the ball at half 2. But like, if I have a bad offense, or if I don't know how to throw the ball with a team, I literally just run sped, and I'll just run the ball out of like 20 different formations. And people hate it. Like, in one of my money leagues, it was a random draft. Yeah, in one of my money leagues, it was a random draft. And I literally just run the ball every single play in spread. And people literally hate me for it. And I'm like 9-1 in there. Is Brees Hall still running? Wow, Brees Hall is a beast. And I'm going to simulate because I don't want to mess anything up. Let's just go to the next quarter. We got stopped somehow and they score. We score again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So in my Browns league, the pro league, I throw the ball. But in like leagues where I don't have a quarterback, I'm not throwing the ball at all. I'm literally running the ball every single play. Oh, we're up 2 touchdowns. We should go to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl. And we are going to the Super Bowl in year 5 of the rebuild with the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's go, man. Obviously a fantasy draft, but our team is good. I said last season we needed one more piece. We got the piece on D-line with the D-tackle, who's a superstar. And we're going to go to the Super Bowl this season. Jump 2 weeks forward to the Super Bowl. Remember, I don't do trade regression, so if people lose their superstar, I got to give it back to them. All right, so first things first, let's see if anybody regressed. Yeah, a lot of people did. All right, so I got to give Kyle Pitts back his X Factor. Amon-Ra St. Brown needs his superstar. And he needs his abilities back. Make sure he has short in and short out. Does he get route take? No, not yet. All right, we'll give him short in and short out. Did anybody regress on defense? Caden surges up to superstar, which is what I like to see. Aziz regressed. Christian Wilkins regressed. AJ Terrell regressed. So did Jalen Johnson. All right, so a lot of regression on defense. Let's go ahead and fix these real quick. And they're going to need all their abilities back too. All right, AJ Terrell, Christian Wilkins, Jalen Johnson. Knock these out, hop in the Super Bowl, try and get one in year 5. I'm not interested in joining starter pack again, honestly, bro. I don't have a desire to, beat people by 40 points. To be honest with you, I like the league, but it doesn't get me better at the game, honestly. Like, if I'm in a league where I'm running random playbooks and still winning games, I don't feel like it's worth it to play in there, which is why I left in the first place. Like, if I have no motivation to, run random stuff all the time. Sometimes it's cool, but if I'm doing all the time and still winning games, I'm just not interested. Like, that's why, like, and it's not even like this season, right? Like, dating back to when I was like the Dolphins. When I was the Dolphins, I put all my players in free agency the last season because I didn't have any motivation to play because I was not losing any games. And then when you go back to the Ravens, right? My Regs team with the Ravens, I literally gave my team away in the playoffs because I had no motivation to play. So it's nothing to do with the league. It's just that I get bored when I'm not losing games or I'm not getting better at the game. So that's why I haven't been playing in there, and I haven't gone back. Nothing against the guys in there. Some of the guys in there actually I don't like at all, but for the most part, I like all the guys. So just don't get better at the game, so it's not fun to me. All right, this is going to be just the beginning for us as a team. 10 staff points doesn't mean too much for me. We're taking on the 9-8 Seahawks, who are a way worse team than us, with Tua at quarterback, and they have Trey Hendrickson, superstar. Should be an easy win, but again, simulation is funky sometimes, so I'd love to get a Super Bowl in this rebuild in year 5, and then repeat back to back would be lovely. So let's go ahead and hop in and see if we can do that. I'm good on time too. Young Devontae Smith ready to go. Nick Bolton, AJ Terrell. I forget the other guy is. All right, Tua, get out of the way. Here we go, man. Let's go ahead and get a Super Bowl real quick. Let's do a couple plays on defense, and then we're going to super send most of it, like I normally do. Rebuilds aren't for gameplay, but it's cool to see a couple plays every now and then of the team you built. Good tackle to start. All right, here we go. Super Bowl in year 5. Let's get a stop on drive 1. Here comes 2 out on the field. And let's go through their roster real quick. So they have 2 at quarterback, who's now at 92 overall. Ramondre Stevenson, Mike Evans, Tavares Farley, and Chase Claypool are their wide receivers. Tight end is Cole Kmet. Offensive line, not the best. Aiden Hutchinson, D-line. And Trey Hendrickson. Vita Vea at D-tackle. So the strength of this team is their defense, looks like. Or their D-line. They have Tariq Woolen like they do in real life. Adoree Jackson and Kobe Bryant. Kind of crazy in fantasy draft they get Tariq Woolen and Kobe Bryant. At safety they have Micah Fitzpatrick and Adrian Amos. So yeah, strength of the team is their defense. But let's see if we can get a stop on drive 1. Not going to play, just going to let the computer play and watch a couple plays before I simulate. But our team looks like a beast, man. Look at all those superstars out there. Play action on drive 1, hits Ramondre Stevenson in the flat. Breaks tackle. Bring up 2nd and inches. Let's go ahead and shift him over. Should be a run here. It's a stretch right. Cuts up the middle for whatever reason. Probably could have had a lot more yards to the outside, but I'm not going to complain too much. And our D-line needs to get in the backfield. Not sure what's going on right now. Gonna run the ball again. Big hole up the middle. Good tackle by Nick Bolton. Gain of 6. Our D-line's full of superstars. We need to get a stop. Get in there. Hits him in a flat. Out of bounds, though. Going to be a 3rd and 4. Big third down early on in the game. Tua. Wow, that was terrible. Get a stop on drive 1. Let's go ahead and send to the 2nd quarter. We take a 7-0 lead. Seahawks come down and get 3. Take a 14-3 lead. Seahawks come down and get 7. We go down and get 3 more. Seahawks get 3 before the half. They're playing us close. And they get 3 again. They're only down 1. We get 7. We're now up 8. We get a stop. What looks like a turnover, maybe. I think we can put the game away. Let's go ahead and hop in. Seahawks down, what is this, 9 or 10? No, 11. I can't do math. Down 11. Wide open in the flat. Mike Evans gets a 1st down. Should go to the 2-minute warning. Yeah, 2-minute warning. They're going to need to score quick here. They still have 3 timeouts, so the game's not over. They're going to need to score, go for 2, and then try and get 3. The screen on the play. Make a tackle, please. Make a tackle. Make a tackle. 1st down. Gonna go hurry up here. Hits a check down in the flat. Make a tackle on bounds. Gets out of bounds. All right, 1:36 left in the game. Let's go a little man coverage here. We need some pressure on the quarterback. Tua hits a drag across the middle. Keep him in bounds, please. Make a tackle, please. Thank you. Gonna go hurry up here, obviously. Tua under pressure. Gets sacked. Let's go, man. Christian Wilkins. This could be game right here. Those are out route, incomplete. Gonna bring up 3rd and long. Can we get a Super Bowl in year 5? We need one more stop. Tua across those a dot. Make a tackle. Please make a tackle. All right, 40 seconds left. They call the first time out. It's gonna be game unless they get an onside kick. Gonna be game unless they get an onside kick. Please just play some defense. Tua drops back. It's got the angle route. Misses it. It's got to come back on the left side of Mike Evans. Gonna hit it. Nick Bone with a tackle inbounds. Another timeout for the Seahawks. They're going to need an onside kick here. Hopefully we can get a stop. Oh, wide over his head. They're going to need to go for 2 right here, too. If they don't get this, the game is pretty much over. And, of course, they get it. And here comes the onside kick. Down 3 with 19 seconds left. Get the ball, fall down, fall down, fall down, fall down, fall down. Thank you. And that's going to do it, man. Super Bowl in year 5 for the Fantasy Draft Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to try and repeat next season. But again, the team looks good. Obviously, we're going to lose Christian Wilkins in the offseason, as well as our superstar tackle. Why are they calling timeout? I have no idea. That's it, man. Let the clock tick down. And we are Super Bowl champions, year 5 of the rebuild. It's like my 3rd Super Bowl. And then my last 3 rebuilds, I think, after starting like 0 and like 5 in Super Bowls. Brees Hall was a beast for us. I don't know why Tua was happy he just lost. Alabama teammates, I guess. And Jalen Hurts, ironically, wins the Super Bowl with the Chiefs and wins Super Bowl MVP. What a year from us, man. 27-24 over the Seahawks. We're going to see if we can repeat one season. But again, we accomplished our goal. We got our Super Bowl. Kyle Pitts goes up to a 99 overall. And we are going to go in and hop in the offseason. Team's going to get worse, obviously. We're losing 2 big players on the line. I don't have the money to re-sign them. We got to start thinking long-term about this team if we want to keep them together. So players going to have to walk. So let's go ahead and head to re-sign. Your nails need to be cut, Bubba. Who got fired from our staff? Why would they fire offensive coordinator? We just won a Super Bowl. Okay. Let's go Brian Warner. Hire him as our new offensive coordinator. And then we're going to go to free agency week 1. All right, see who's available. Don't have a ton of money. Might make one offer. Frank Ragnow's here. I would love him on like a 3-year deal. Joe Thuney's too old. Christian Wilkins, who we just let go, obviously. I don't need anybody old. Sheriff's too old. Not as strong free agency class, which I'm kind of shocked about, but I'm going to offer one contract. It's going to be to Frank Ragnow, who's only 30 years old. 3-year deal is what I would like. He wants to play for us. I can do that. He should sign that. I'm pretty sure. He doesn't. Go somewhere else. Somebody offer him more money. So we're not gonna resign. We're not gonna sign anybody. Who's this X Factor? Gary Slay at 35 years old. Not interested. Yeah, we're gonna go. We're gonna go to the draft. We didn't fill a hole on O line and D line that we need. We still have draft picks though. Obviously not high ones with winning the Super Bowl. But I'm gonna try and trade right now for a right end, which is gonna cost me a lot. Well, first off, let me do this. Let's check out the draft class. Remember, I scouted those left ends early on in the season. Let's see where they shake out. So the first left end is 1 round to 2, round 2 to 3, round 1 to 2. Yeah, so I got to trade for an end. Those guys aren't going to cut it. Chase Young is on the Rams. Javier Seymour, hello. Dolphins, what do you want? My first? Is that going to be enough? It's close. What about first and a third and a fifth for good measure? Ooh, they want a fourth. All right, I can do that. All right, Javier Seymour is going to replace our old Christian Wilkins on the line. No complaints there. And then I think our O-line has a hole now, right? Oh yeah, we have two holes. We need a left guard and a right guard. Pretty badly. Defensively, Willis needs a superstar back. Yeah, Willis needs a superstar back. Not sure when he regressed, but we're gonna give it back to him right now. All right, so he's back at superstar. And I need to look at O-line. 70 overall is fine, but we need pieces to fill. Let's go available. Left guards, 28 years old, 27 and interested. Let's go here. 75 overall. Let's go a 3-year deal. And then we need a right guard as well. 32, ew. 28's fine. Offer those two guys cheap contacts. Hopefully they sign those. All right, we got both guys. So we filled our holes on the O-line now. We filled our hole on defense with the getting the end. I'm going to do one more season. Just see if we can repeat. We're going to send the draft. We have no draft picks, obviously. Trade that away for the defensive end. Draft recap here. CPU got us a wide receiver in the sixth round, 70 overall. Not bad value. Took out the draft class as a whole. Did we miss out on anybody? Doesn't look like it. Pretty weak draft class overall. We have our team as well. We're intact, so we don't need anything. Just jump to the regular season. All right, start our lineup, and then we're going to jump, I think, straight to the end of the season, to be honest with you. This is going to be the last year, so. Wide receivers are hitting dead, by the way. O-line's fine. Defensively, Caden Stearns need to start up here. Other than that, we look pretty good. Yeah. So we're going to jump to the end of the season straight away. See if we make the playoffs. See if we can go back to back. It's into the playoffs. And I'm going to let my dog out without simulating. I'll be right back. All right, so we go 12-5 this season. We didn't win our division. The Raiders did. Let's check out the end of year stats. Jalen Hurts, a lot better than last season, honestly. Brees Hall took a small step back, but still really good receiving-wise. Devontae Smith and Kyle Pitts over 1,000 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown was third in our team. Defensively, not a ton of sacks, obviously, with Christian Wilkins leaving. Pretty good on turnovers, though. So, overall team was good. Let's go ahead and do these upgrades. See if we can beat the Bengals in the wild card. Reggie Burns had 4 upgrades. Interesting. Caden Stearns with a second ability slot. You can finally get pick artists. I love that. Deep end zone KO. He got superstar. Oh, he's not superstar. I'm tripping. All right, let's check out the roster real quick. Team still on point across the board. Yeah, we look really good. Really, really good. So let's see if we can beat the Bengals in the wild card. And actually, I didn't even realize, but our playbook's changed because we got a new offense coordinator, which could be bad. But we're 8th in offensive yards. I'm not going to change anything. If we're 8th in offensive yards, we'll keep it right there. See if we can beat the Bengals. Lost 42-35. That's going to do it for the rebuild. We got a Super Bowl last season. Thought we'd go back-to-back. Give up a lot of points for whatever reason to the Bengals. But again, I thought this was really fun doing a fantasy draft rebuild. A little bit different. Contracts shake out different. Your money has to be a lot more in check later on as opposed to early on, like traditionally. But that's going to do it for this rebuild. I'm going to hop off and probably stream some head-to-head games against some friends. And if y'all want to tune in, I'll catch y'all then.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me?